Hello my friends, and welcome to my version of the best skincare of 2023. Today's video is all about the best cleansers for dry skin and various other purposes. Now there are a few things I want to say. As always, timestamps and links are in the description box below, just for those of you that do not like intros. But I do want to say a few things. First of all, I know I'm limiting this video to dry skin, and I feel like it could feel like I'm excluding normal to oily skin types. As I've said before, I believe there are a handful of categories where your skin type is likely to influence how you feel about that category, namely cleansers and moisturizers. We're not going to have these kind of limitations when we get into serums, with toners, with essences, etc. But yes, this is me acknowledging I'm just going to do this video better if I keep it to dry skin types. All that said, what I've decided to do is include some normal to oily content creators in the description box below. Sorry, normal to oily skin type content creators, unless you happen to follow olive oil. How's olive oil doing? And I know some of you are going, isn't it kind of early for the best skincare of 2023? We're still in spooky season over here, I know, but this is the only way I'm going to get through all of the categories that I want to cover. And finally, this is not a video limiting my thoughts to products that came out in 2023. This is another video where I'm going to pick the best skincare, period, up to 2023. So have your bingo cards ready if you have been a subscriber for a while. Yes, I'm sure you can guess some of these products, but without further ado, are you ready to get into my best cleansers of 2023? Now, I want to start this video with what I'm calling the best cleanser overall, and you will quickly understand why I'm saying that. I am going with the Pacifica Vegan Ceramide Gentle Face Wash. After a lot of debate with myself, I decided this is going to be the cleanser that I feel is going to appeal to the greatest number of people. First of all, it's Pacifica. It is incredibly affordable, $10 for this cleanser. Easy to use packaging that slippery hands won't break. Have we all been there? And when you squeeze it out, it looks like a gel cleanser. But the surprising part is it is not a foaming gel cleanser. This is a non-foaming cleanser, and I believe that's a lot of what keeps it feeling so gentle. I feel it's going to be most helpful for you if I do this in a compare and contrast way, so let me go ahead and grab my pick for the best cleanser for sensitive dry skin, and that is going to be the Essentree Yam Root Cleanser. Both of these are very gentle, but the Essentree is a milk cleanser, so when you pump this one out, it looks just like moisturizer. It almost feels like a moisturizer in the cleansing experience as well. You can almost feel it absorbing into your skin. And that's why I feel this is going to be even better for those of you that are sensitive, because it is probably the most gentle cleanser I've ever come across. But you see, the main difference between these is that this feels more like a standard cleanser just without foaming, whereas this feels like a completely different cleansing experience. And I think that from reading through reviews and comments, I think this can be a little jarring for some people. You expect cleansing to feel a certain way, and this just does not feel like it. Nonetheless, some of you are probably used to this category of milky or creamy cleansers, and if so, oh my goodness, Essentree nailed it with this release. It is absolutely wonderful for very sensitive dry skin. Let's move on to our next category. This will be relevant for an even smaller portion of the population, but yes, it is possible to deal with acne and yet have a dry skin type. I would know, I've been living with that situation for a long time now. And because of that, you know my pick for acne-prone dry skin is once again the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser with 4% benzoyl peroxide. You see, what's so interesting about this is that this is a more creamy cleanser in its appearance, and yet it does foam, and it also includes an active ingredient that is designed to target acne. The problem with benzoyl peroxide is that it is a very drying ingredient, and I actually struggle with using that ingredient in a leave-on product. It makes my skin very dry, very itchy, sometimes red. But when you have an active in a cleanser, what you're essentially getting is short contact therapy. I'm getting the benefits of that benzoyl peroxide ingredient, but it's not staying on my skin to continue drying it out and irritating it. I've said it before and I will say it again, it has been a game changer for me. Very few products get even close to that label for me, but as somebody with dry, acne-prone skin, I am so glad CeraVe came out with this. This is, I think, my 5th tube of this at this point, and absolutely my most used cleanser because this is my category. I do get questions on how often I use this, so I would say basically every other PM wash I use this. Let's move on to talking about morning cleansers. I feel like this is a subject that people occasionally get kind of passionate about, whether you're on team never cleanse in the morning or but you have to cleanse in the morning. I tend to think that it's a personal choice. So let's talk about my pick for a very, very gentle morning cleanser, a product that was actually designed to be a morning cleanser. This is by the brand Lagome. It is called their Cell Up Gel to Water Cleanser, and it has the perfect name, let me tell you. This is so gentle that I apply it to dry skin in the morning and then add a bit of water because it just disappears. I feel that if you try to do what you do with Korean foaming cleansers where you foam it off your hand, add your water off your face, you would end up like the raccoon and the cotton candy. Oh, I hope he's a raccoon. I learned through my Yesstyle advent calendar unboxing that I'm not good at animal identification. This is such a gentle cleanser, does not leave your skin even kind of stripped. Now I will note, this does contain quite a few fragrance ingredients. You may have seen people say fragrance in a wash-off formula tends to work for a larger number of people, but ultimately, know yourself, because some people can use fragrance in anything, some people can use it in cleansers, and some people need to avoid it as a whole. That is skincare for you. Let's do a related category next, and that is the category of cleansing treatments, micellar water. I've talked for a long time about this category that I actually like to use in the mornings. And a long-running favorite makes its return. My favorite is still the Fresh Kombucha Cleansing Treatment. Now, the reason I like to use this in the mornings is that if my skin is just kind of dry in the morning, I don't need to remove any heavy skincare from the night before, I really like to reach for this product or another cleansing treatment. Because it is really fast, it gently cleanses my skin, and it kind of acts as a toning step all in one. I think the simple reason why this Fresh product is my favorite is that kombucha typically goes pretty well for my skin. My skin responds very well to it, so add that ingredient into a cleansing treatment formula and it's just kind of a match made in heaven. Again, this is not something I'm saying every person needs to do. This video is just to present you with different options, but yes, that is something I like to do, and this still is my favorite product to do it with. I have one more category for today's video. I have decided to include a cleansing oil. Now listen, I don't have any cleansing balms or other makeup removers in this video. I might do that video separately because I don't think that's as dependent on skin type. But the reason I wanted to choose a cleansing oil for this video is because it is still important for those of us with dry skin to remove our sunscreen and or makeup. And the reason I'm picking the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Cleansing Oil is because this is one of very few cleansing oils where you may not necessarily need to double cleanse. Now, I'm a fan of double cleansing, but truth be told, I do not double cleanse every single night. I find that if I double cleanse every night, it just starts to feel a little bit too hard on my skin. You know, cleansing is a more harsh step in your skincare routine. And that's why, especially when my skin is feeling a little bit more irritated, that's when I really like to grab this particular cleansing oil, one step and done, and it really doesn't leave any kind of film on your face. I worked with this brand a while ago. This is still my favorite in terms of a one step and done cleansing oil. And actually, to end out this video, I want to say if you are struggling with removing your sunscreen, I had this issue back when I wore only mineral sunscreens. I've discovered that the K-Beauty and J-Beauty chemical sunscreens are so much easier to remove, and I don't need to double cleanse with them. And if you use those kind of sunscreens, you may find you may not even need a cleansing oil at all. Your regular cleanser might remove those sunscreens. And my friends, that brings us to the end of my best cleansers for dry skin for 2023. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what categories you want to see me cover in the Best Skincare of 2023 series. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.